Hi everybody, welcome back to the Nerd Castle for the next episode of, oh my god, Kathy's inside the suit. No, that's not the name of the episode. No, now I gotta make that the name of the episode. So anyways, welcome back to Sheltered. My name is Splattercat. It's a weird day for me. I've been saying that for like a week and a half now. I just don't even know what to say about all this anymore. Like every time oh man, there's dust on the floor. That sucks. Hey, turn out that light. Why is that light still on? In here wasting all my good gasoline. She doesn't look like she'll be tall enough to reach that, but maybe she got vertical hops. Yep, vertical hops. Good for making beer, good for turning out highlights. I'll probably leave this one on, even though, well, I suppose I can disable that one too, because we're not going to be building anything anytime soon. Expand the base! And then what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and reorganize so that everything's in a spot that is satisfactory. So his stress should go up considerably because he has so many needs right now that are not being handled. I'm going to take him, throw him in the shower real quick. He's like, I bet you are. I'm like, I bet I am. You better get in that shower. They don't take their clothes off when they shower. I don't know. It seems like a bad plan. Then again, dad number 2 always has his clothes off, so who even knows anymore? Where did the dog go? I heard it whimper. You know what, dad number 2, if you could just get your mop on real fast. There's a bunch of dirt around, and I think it raises the amount of stress that you get. Doggy, did you kill off a rat or anything? Oh, look, she's ready to go. Let's drink a little bit of agua. I want to be careful about this. We're probably not going to go out on expedition anytime soon. I think we're probably just going to chill for a little bit and watch things. If we end up with a drought, I don't want to burn up all my water trying to run around. It's difficult to get water in this game. I think if you go to the Reservoir, you might. I don't think this lady's going to come down and trade with us. I hope that she does, because I have so much random crap that I don't want in my inventory anymore that's just eating up space that it would be really, really helpful, but I guess not. Can you go up to the surface and talk with her while she's walking across? I should try that next time. I should try that. Go ahead and sleep over here. Now that we have our crates, we have 52 slots, so that'll be a lot better so that our next couple of trips will probably be pretty fruitful. How are we looking, so that I know what to look for? How are we looking on gas masks? Oh, we're looking great. We're looking fantastic. Go ahead and craft us another gas mask for our next expedition. We're going to sleep right there. I can't sleep. See, I'd have to have all the lights out anyways. I can't sleep if it's light in the room. My girlfriend's not like that. She sleeps with like a night light and everything else on. She leaves lights on perfectly fine. She'll fall asleep in the middle of the day. No problem. We went out on the boat last weekend. That's what I spent. Her dad got a new boat. And so it's kind of like a major thing for her family because they're all nautical. Her dad was a sailor for a long time and just like a bunch of other stuff. And so it's a really, really big deal. So we went out there last weekend and sort of just had like a barbecue. We went out. Very, very cool boat, a Supra. It's like a 13-year-old Supra, I think is what it was. And it looks brand new. It was like, Jesus, it looks like it just came out of the lot. Apparently the guy that owned it like detailed it like every day and just like kept it in this big old like hangar type thing to keep it out of the sun. And basically, it was his baby essentially. Like, he babied it, and so it looks like a brand new boat, even though it's like almost 20 years old. I mean, it's over halfway there. So we went out, we inner tubed for a while. We went water skiing and wakeboarding and all that fun stuff. Pulled into a little cove and swam for a while. But there's a point to this. Oh, there's rain on the surface. Hooray. So what this means is that I would actually strongly recommend we send out an expedition with 2 people maybe and just sort of see what comes back. We've got enough water right now. I mean, it depends how long this rain lasts. If the rain doesn't last very long, this might backfire on me. So dad number 2 will be our first person, and then Laura will be our next person. Then we'll go to the map, and we're going to hit everything. This is going to be a big run for us. Now, we found reservoirs, which makes me think that if we end up in a situation where we don't have water, we may be able to go to the reservoir and fix that problem. Doesn't that seem like a logical thing to draw? If there hasn't been a drought, we should be able to get after the water. Now, there is a chance that it'll be dirty and irradiated and all that kind of terrible shit. But what else are you going to do, you know? We'll go over here. It's going to be 23 water used. I'm going to take a risk on this one. That's a lot of water to expend on one trip. But if we can make this happen, Captain, it'll be pretty badass. You know what? Equip a rifle. Bring some bullets with you. That'll be perfectly fine. The goal is actually to trade that rifle. In case you're wondering, I'm keeping that rifle on me to trade it. Can I put that to the party? Oh, I can. Okay, so take an axe then. Put that right there. You've got the axe and the gas mask. You don't need to carry the bullets then if you just got the gun. I'd like to trade that to somebody. If we could actually find some hardened, like, dedicated traders who actually have a big inventory, I think it might work out for us. So you equip a gas mask. We're going through 2 right now, but we have the supplies to make more of them. And we also have a lot of anti-radiation supplies, so I'm hoping everything goes okay here. You equip a pipe real fast, and I think that'll be suitable. I don't have enough stuff for a second backpack, so unfortunately, can't really do much right there. That puts our water down to fairly dangerous levels, but if this rain holds for at least another hour or two, we'll probably be okay. And I don't mean like real life hour or two, but I mean if it lasts for at least until 7 a.m., we'll be able to fill up our water pretty in a satisfactory fashion. So anyways, this dad no longer looks like he's tired. I got up super early this morning. It was weird. Like, I woke up. Oh, the dog is hungry, as per usual. I'm going to let Mecha Scooch suffer for... no, I'm not. I'll fill the food. We got tons of it. We've got... They're at the small house. Good. Go ahead and search the location. It looks like our oxygen filter... Oh, our generator's out. Add fuel. We accept a transmission. We got strangers over here. I'm going to see if I can unload that gun real quick. Give it to anybody. I don't even care. Hey, how's it looking up ahead? So you want to trade? This is just the worst. Did she just like walk away? Oh, she did. She's the hell on out of there. She was like, nah, we're not doing that today. Did you add fuel to that? There we go. So now we'll be good for a while. It looks like the rain held, so we're going to have a really, really good... Oh, it's black rain, though. We've got dirty water right now. So what we need to do is we need to just make sure that nobody's drinking water for a little bit. Our water butt will naturally filter that on out, but you really want to be careful about just like messing with it. Go ahead and clean the shelter for a minute. It also might be due to a dust storm or something like that. It can be hard to tell sometimes where the radiation's coming from because the rain wasn't black right there, so it could have been a dust storm or anything else. Yeah, get inside the shack and see what you could bring back. There's a poo pile over there, and there's some dust on that side. I would strongly recommend we start moving that around. We can hold 16 objects, so I'm just going to grab everything and then confirm it and get on out of there. We got plenty of space to bring things back with us, and so everything is useful at this point. I would say... Does anything need to be repaired around the house? Fix the toilet. It's got 44%. That's at 60%, so we'll work on that a little bit later. Get you to fix the shower because there's no point sitting around not doing anything right now. As far as upgrades go, what can we do with our water filter? We need some more. Oh, we can make ourselves durability 2. We can also make it decon a little bit better, but it'll use up some of our wool, which we need for gas masks. What can I do with the air filter? We can not do much there, but we can make it more resistant to black rain and dust storms, which might be useful. Let me have a look real quick at our Geiger counter. Actually, radiation's looking low too. I don't know. I never know what I want to do in this game. If I upgrade this right here, we need 3 more ropes, and that'll put us up into tier 3, which would be the place to be. Also, the place to see. It'd be really, really good. Go ahead and get those fixed. Accept that transmission. It looks like we got some loot in the next location. She needs just about everything, so I'm going to have her drink some water real quick. Drink some water. We got another radio transmission coming in. We got some strangers that want to talk, so we'll go ahead and talk with them because we have numbers right now. So I'm not really going to worry about it. What we're going to do with a random book of the Bible, not too sure, but I would assume nobody's going to hit us. Hey, you out here on your own? You want to trade? You're a smart one. Not as smart as me, but I can tell you know what? It's what I like about you. But I can tell you know that. I'm sorry, I read wrong. I read wrong because I'm bad at stuffing things. We got rope. Rope is very, very valuable, so I'll take that right now. The gun is worth 500? Oh my god. I'll give you a bucket. You want a bucket? The coal and the circuit board don't really interest me, but the nail and the rope would both be highly useful. If I can get it. The truth is that you've done me dry. You better keep the wheels slow. Yep, put it in dry. That's how I do my business. That's how I... So does it only level up him since he's the leader or whatever? Either way, we could always use some more charisma, so why not? I hate the fact that there's a CH in charisma. It should be charisma if that's in there. In addition, while we're on the subject, oh good, we've got more trade fodder in here. Although that's all stuff that we already... Oh, there's no room? Well then get rid of our 900 axes. I don't think we need those anymore. Got some wiring. I actually don't want either of those, so if you would bring the batteries and the spring along, that would totally be something that I would find to be acceptable. The shotgun, we got a rifle. Man, we are just in the money right now. If we could only get a trader, that's like the name of our game right now. We haven't had a single person come and knock on the door as far as I know. I've been recording the game for a while now, and we haven't had a single person come along and fiddle with like anything as far as trading goes. It might be on some sort of internal timer based on whether or not you find traders out in the middle of the world, but we've had a lot of trouble finding traders. Alright, we got items over here. We got guns, we got leather, we got the valves and the motors that I left behind. We've got a bucket. I really don't need buckets right now. I probably don't need light bulbs. Instead, bringing back bullets and other things would be a good idea in case we got to scavenge. And then also, I think wood would not be a terrible call. We could use that. We've got 2 slots remaining. I would say to get rid of the crowbars. I'm not going to take those at all. Not interested in the crowbars. So then we could bring back... It's either we could bring back supplementary stuff. We got wire right there, which stacks. Metal would also be useful. A little bit of scrap, but there's so much stuff here that I would want to bring back for traders later on that it's hard to make the call. I guess it'll still be there. We'll bring that. We'll bring the valve. We'll bring the 2 motors. And then maybe bring a gun back with me too. I suppose we could swap a gun for an axe. There's no reason to have this right here. I don't think that that actually is going to help that much around the house, and so we've already got tons of fuel. What does that stack to? Okay, so the coal can be nice. We have to make an incinerator later on, and we could use the incinerator as sort of a faux generator if we end up running out of gas. I don't think it's going to happen. I guess we could just use it for trade fodder for right now. That looks okay. I mean, this is a really, really good haul right here. We have something like 2,000 value in one backpack right now. That means we're incredibly robbable, but at the same time, it means we're also incredibly profitable. And I like both of those things. Well, I like the profitable. Maybe not being robbable. That seems like it might suck, but as soon as you're done with that shower, I'd say I give her like another gallon. Ooh. That's fine. And then just go to sleep for a little bit. Keep as many people on a rotating sleeping schedule as I can. Are we just about done here? Are you guys headed back, or like where are you guys at right now? Oh, they haven't even hit the school yet. Okay. Never mind then. And since the school is on the way back, I'm not going to save any water by calling them back just yet. What I'm hoping we'll find is that somebody will come in here and we can act as a weapons trader, and we can essentially stock ourselves up with loads and loads of stuff if we ever get a trader to make our lives easier. It looks like we do have some downtime right now. Got some items up inside it here. Yeah, that's to be expected. I should have taken the metal so I could have stacked it, but I didn't. I will take the fuel. Are those breakers or are those... Okay, so if those are breakers, we can stack those up. Looks good. I'm going to have him throw on a suit and I think repair the oxygen filter maybe. And then after that, we'll fix the water filter. Got another location being searched. I need you to go up and fix that. Out he goes to make sure that happens. And on this side, I guess I could send her out, but it looks like she's going to be thirsty pretty shortly. We got some more items over here. The extra leather will be absolutely 100% acceptable. Sounds like a nice thing to have. I don't have room for the circuit breakers, but that was a really, really profitable trip. We went through and we scooped up like everything along the way. Now, we do have some problems right there. We're going to have to set up a scouting party pretty soon, too. Somebody to maybe go south. I'm thinking if we can go southwards and find a few more locations, that might work out in a way for us that would be acceptable. Do we have anybody else up and around and ready to go? I have like half my party out in the middle of nowhere right now. I would say fix the generator maybe. Just work on that for a little while. I'm not really tripping about it that much, but I just want to make sure that things get done so that we're not like resting on our laurels while we're here, because we really don't have any laurels. That's the biggest problem, is that our laurels are incredibly lacking. If you stop that right there, can you talk to him? His name is Matthew? My name is Matthew. No, he doesn't like to talk. Well, never mind then. Oops. Left the door open like an idiot. Hey, everybody leveled. Good, 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 good. And so now, I want to drop the guns on in here. Let's just take everything. I mean, that was a really, really good trip for us. We got a lot of random stuff, and I think it is going to help us when we try to decide. No, I want to confirm that action. I think it's going to help us out quite a bit once we sit down to try and figure out what we can accomplish here. Looks like he's got a bunch of problems, so we're going to need to fix a couple of things to make him feel a little bit better. Our water is in decent supply right now. He's almost done hammering our vent. Why a vent needs to be hammered, I have no idea. I would assume that a vent would need to be caulked or screwed. One or the other, and both of those are far more suggestive than I thought they would be. So, oh well, there's your joke for the day. It's It's like chopped and screwed. Instead, we've got cocked and screwed. Cocking guns. God. There were running jokes on the roof. I used to be a roofer before I did this. Have I talked about that in this series? I go series by series. Occasionally, I recycle like the stories that I tell and stuff like that because I know not everybody's heard them. And different series are responsible for new people coming into the channel and just like being around. And so I can never quite remember. Did I tell him to deconstruct that? Yeah, never do that. Different stories are responsible for, you know, different bits and pieces of my life here. Let's get her out of bed. It looks like she's going to go hungry pretty soon anyways if we don't. So water's taken care of right there. He's actually in pretty good condition. I would say if he takes a suit, we can send him back up to the surface to work on the water filter now. Make that look a little bit better. I think you got that suit on. Alright, get up in there. And I need you to, well, eat some food first, then go up. After you eat the food, we can go with the efficiency over there, or we can just go with decontamination. It decontaminates pretty rapidly, in all fairness. How are we looking on upgrading this, too? We gotta be close, right? We need 2 more ropes. We are so damn close. So damn close. But so far away. Is everybody done over here? Alright, you're all in like a big weird dad pile, and I need you all to go open that door on up so that they're ready to go. I would say that you should probably go down in here and make us some new gas masks because we used several gas masks on that last expedition. When we get some more rain, my plan's going to be to send somebody south and do just a big U motion and clear out as much land as they possibly can so that we can find some new locations to scavenge at. I know that we haven't found a pharmacy yet. We haven't found a couple of things. There are a number of locations in the game, and we have found some of them, but we would do better finding a lot more of them, so hopefully if we could find ourselves a pharmacy and a couple of other locations, that'll give us a ready and quick supply of anti-radiation medication, which also sells for quite a bit of cash. With them all sitting around, got a gas mask done right there. Just keep building gas masks for right now. I know it's going to be expensive as far as the plastic goes, but if we can keep ourselves stocked with about 5 gas masks at all times, that would make me happy, because if you make your expeditions really, really count, 5 gas masks can go a long way. It can keep you alive several more weeks. Alright, dad number 2 went ahead and fixed the water filter. He's going to try and run back inside. I don't know. How's the integrity here? 69%, 93%. You know what? Just fix the toilet real fast. You might as well. You got nothing else going on, and I see no reason not to do it. With our extra little room down here, I also wanted to think about maybe rearranging the shelter. Like if I could move a bed over to here, and can I move that bed too? I'd like the downstairs to be like our dormitory area. I think that would help out a little bit as far as a lot of things are concerned. And then I also, well, I messed up. Never mind. I hit the wrong button, and I'm just not going to fiddle with it right now. I'll fix it later, I promise. It'll all be fine eventually. What's our food looking like? We got 13 food. It may be time for us to send somebody out to the south and just sort of see how lucky we get, because we are going through food pretty rapidly. Hey, there's our water right there. And so that means this dad is going to go out next person. Let's just get to the map. What I'd like from you is to essentially just go out as far as you can and just like make this thing happen, Captain. If you could find something back down and in there, that increases it to 18. Let's just make a big loop like so, and if we find anything, we find anything. If we don't, we don't. But this should be stuff that's close enough to our house to maybe be profitable. I mean, the best way to search it would be to go down and just zigzag for a little while until you're out of water and then go back. I mean, I could do something like, say, that right there. Send him back in, then back out, you know, and just kind of do something like that right. That'll work. Let's do that right there, and that'll clear out a bunch of space, and hopefully it'll be okay. Take a gas mask with you if we run across people. That'd be great. Since this is a scouting mission where we're just trying to get out there and like take care of business, I'm going to say that you should bring a gun and some bullets. This is not a trip where we're trying to bring a whole bunch of stuff home with me. And so I'd really, really preferred if we just played it safe. As far as other supplementary items go, we don't have binoculars and we don't have any of the other stuff that you can put in this second slot right here, so that's fine. Send them on out and hopefully we find something. I can't promise that we will, but I hope that we do, because we could really use it, that's for sure. Off he goes into the wasteland. We got a little bit of water filling up the butt right now. A little bit of the enema action taking place. Dad number 2 is in there catching himself a shower before things did out of hand. I keep getting worried that like this rain is only going to last for like 5-10 minutes. And then every now and again you get weird rain. So what do we have here? There's a small reservoir, but it's a bit out of my way. Yeah, investigate. Go ahead and take a look at the reservoir. I'm okay with that. If we could bring back some more water, at least fill his inventory with water so that he can trade it. Water is deceivingly valuable in this game. Like, most people don't want it until they want it, and then once they get to that point, they're willing to give anything to have it. Take him out of the shower real quick so that we can stack up a little bit of water. Fabian to base. There's somebody in the small reservoir and they want to talk. What should I do? Well, get involved. We'll see what they have here. If it's a guy who wants to trade with us, I know this is kind of a dangerous thing to do. Who's that? Who's there? You need a hand in all this. I can do that, but think fast because I'm not hanging around. I don't think we can support an extra person right now. What I'd like to do, anyways, down the line, is once we have like 2 shells, like 60 food, we have another water butt that'll get us up to like 100 gallons. I think I could take on another person, or maybe even another 2 people in that situation. It'd be a nice little time of her advancement for us. But if not, hey, a little bit of water right there. It's not that useful, but I'm going to take it because we already stopped here and we might as well. And then if I find anybody else down the line, we can trade it off to somebody. I'm going to drink some water real quick. It looks like this rain is actually going to take us all the way back up to full. So we're not going to have to worry about any severe drought situations. Always good to know. The generator's holding out. Water capacity is maxed on out. What I like to do when I'm maxed on out is I'm just going to send everybody over here and tell them to drink like little camels so that it doesn't waste our time and our supplies. It looks like they're not actually finding anything over here. Let me take a look at the map real fast. Where's he at? Oh, he's actually not that far out. So the reservoir was right there and he went out and hit it. Okay, that's cool. It's very, 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 like, I'm stoked to know that the reservoir, I figured you could probably get water from there, but it's nice. The only reservoir I've been to is a place called Devil's, no, it's called Hellhole, that's what it was. My granddad used to operate a ranger station out there, and he took me out to Hellhole a while back. Hellhole is just a place, it's not actually that hellish, like, it sounds like a place that totally sucks, but it's actually beautiful. Lots of trees, big old reservoir, pretty decent fishing. Depending on the season. Kind of just depends what season it is, though. When I went fishing out there, I put a lure down to the bottom and just kind of bounced it around for a little while, but I don't think I had the bait that I needed. I think that the fish out there are a little bit larger, and they're all bottom feeders, so I'm figuring what went wrong is I just went out there like I was trout fishing with power bait or whatever, and just a rod, but I think the fish out there were a little bit bigger than that. You probably had to line up some fish gut or something on the end of the hook. Make it happen down there. I never had any luck fishing at Hellhole, though. Never had any luck fishing at Hellhole. It just never really happened. So we got a bunch of people just sitting around doing like jack shit right now. You guys maybe want to like fix something or like make our lives a little easier here. In fact, you know what? Fix the beds. You guys get in here and just work on that for a little while. If I could just have like everybody working on something here, I'd be happy about it because there's a lot of maintenance work that needs to get done and then I never quite do it. So I'm assuming that dish right there is for our communication system. That's a big dish, though. When I was a kid, we had a guy next door who had like a 35-foot satellite dish on his house. It was huge, and it made a loud noise if you threw a tennis ball at it. It was pretty cool. Anyways, I'm going to break the episode off right here. See y'all later. Hi do. Everybody is sheltered. If you want to get the game, check it out down below.